Hey guys, let's talk about how resource pages work at pursueGOD.org. Now, resource pages are customized pages for churches and ministries that use the Pursue God resources. So the whole idea is it's a page where you can customize your content for the people in your ministry, but you can also then add some of your own content and video playlists to that resource page. Let me show you how it works. So this is the resource page for our church, Alpine Church in Utah. And you notice we've got 5 tabs at the top. Now, the first tab is the sermon link tab. And the reason we have that open first is because that's what we do week in and week out. We use sermon link that has adult, youth, and kids videos that go along with the sermon every single week. Now, for our church, that's the most important thing for the average attender in our church. We want to make sure that the families, that everybody knows where to find those resources week in and week out. And those resources are Pursue God resources that get updated automatically every week. So at Alpine Church, we don't have to do anything to touch those resources. It's always updated every week because we follow the Sermon Link schedule. Now, your church or ministry, if you don't use Sermon Link, you might not even have that tab, but the next tab you probably will have, and it's the Featured Series tab. And this is where your church or ministry can pick from all of the resources at pursueGOD.org, and you can feature the content that you want to make sure your people see and use in small group or mentoring relationships. You can see here the featured series that we like for our church members, and these are the series that we access all the time, or we're always encouraging people to check those out. Now, the next 3 tabs are video playlists that we control on our Alpine Church YouTube channel. So we have our sermon video playlist that we update every single week. We have our story videos playlist where we have testimonies from people in our church. And then we have our sort of leader video blog also. That's our 3rd playlist where we can communicate directly with all of our leaders at church. And underneath that playlist, we also have training series from pursueGOD.org to make it really easy on our leaders to know where to find all of the training series. Now, here's the point with the resource page. The idea is this. This is kind of home base for people at our church. So we can sort of help direct them to some of the focused content that we want them to have, both Pursue God content, training series and other series, but also our own video playlists. So this is home base for everyone in our church, and it's really a great starting place for them. But the beauty of it is they have access through the other Pursue God menu items. They have access to all of the rest of the Pursue God library. So really the idea is we're giving them sort of a little pantry of information, but the greater Pursue God resource library is a huge discipleship library that's filled with so much stuff that they really have everything that they need to pursue God and to help other people pursue God also. So why don't you talk with your leadership team about whether a resource page would make sense for your church or ministry? Shoot us an email if you want one. If you want to be a part of the network and you want to start customizing content and using our resources to help people in your church or ministry to pursue God.